From the Yokai Monsters collection from Arrow Video comes 100 Monsters, the first movie in this one from 1968. And this movie has an umbrella monster. And it's as wonderful as you can imagine. Completely silly, ludicrous, but my goodness, that thing is awesome. But we'll get to that. And what we have here is we have a small town where we have this landowner, money grubber kind of person who wants to throw all these people out in their ear, tear down a shrine, tear down an apartment block kind of, and just create something that can get him more money. He's a horrible kind of character that doesn't care about people. The kind of bad guy that we love to hate, who does some horrible things throughout this movie and creates some situations that I almost found really unforgiving in this one. And then we have the legends and the stories that carry around about this, the tales of the 100 monsters. And things really come to a head when the rich landowner has a party where he has a ritual where they talk about some of the 100 monsters stories. It's basically a ghost story evening, and it's wonderfully played out, and we get to see some of the stories reenacted for us, which are spooky and atmospheric and wonderfully designed, and has this kind of camp feeling to it while still being terrifying at the same time. Throughout this ritual, we keep hearing the tale of the person doing it has to extinguish the last candle and finish the ritual properly to make sure that the 100 monsters don't come into reality and attack the people. But the rich landowner, knowing better, poo-poos this decision, chases the man away and doesn't finish the ceremony, causing the 100 monsters to become reality and pretty much pay him back for all the horrible atrocities that he's putting upon these people. There's other aspects to it as well, like this weird ronin who seems to pop up and kind of save the day for some of the villagers when things are just getting a little bit too dire for them. He turns up, helps them out, and manages to get them kind of back onto level footing a little bit. And he's a wonderful character who feels very aloof and secure within this world. He doesn't seem to take heed to the danger that's ahead of him. He seems to be completely confident in his ability to handle anything that's sent his way. What I loved about this was the monsters. I think the creativity is both child-friendly and yet somehow particularly scary and atmospheric at the same time as well. You have a horrible bad guy to really root against. This is a guy who wants something and will stop at nothing to get it, even when a situation arises where the owner of the apartments can pay back his debt and stop them from being torn down. The landowner basically kills and robs him and stops that from happening, basically making these people destitute and not sticking to the bargains of the deal that he made. So it's a character you want to see get his comeuppance. There's a wonderful story at the start with two guys fishing and the monsters that they encounter, and again, it's incredibly fun. It's a little bit silly, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but man, it's very creative, it's very interesting, unusual and delightful to see. 100 Monsters was a really fun movie, a really interesting kind of tale that I'd be happy to sit down with my kids and watch. You know, lots of interesting action set pieces, lots of moments of sheer pent up aggression on my behalf because of the horrible things that was happening, but you get a great payoff at the end of the movie that really kind of justifies some of the hardships that these people have gone through. There is a happy ending of sorts, and you get A lot of monsters in this one, but I think my favourite has to be the umbrella monster that comes alive at one point as a drawing and then turns into reality. The movie doesn't have 100 monsters, but I'm not going to hold that against it because the ones that we do have are really kind of fun and interesting to see. This feels like a kind of child-friendly horror movie. The kind of movie that kids would watch but maybe be a little bit scarred by actually watching. I had a lot of fun with this one. In fact, I'm super eager to move on to Spooky Warfare next to see how else we're going to expand this universe of the Yokai Monsters. So far, very impressed with this set. Cannot wait to move on to the next film and see what it has to offer. I'd love to know your thoughts on 100 Monsters if you've seen it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. Let's have that conversation in the comment box below and let's discuss this wonderful movie. As always, there's more content up here that you can see of mine. If you think I deserve it, hit the video with a like, maybe subscribe, even share if you haven't done so. And if you want to give me a little bit extra support, you can join the Patreon and membership program where for as little as 99p a month, you can really help this channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.